Now, live at 5, it's confirmed a tornado did touch down in Deer River, leaving plenty of damage in its path. Plus,
I will not resign.
The mayor of Two Harbors abruptly ending his press conference today, maintaining he has done nothing wrong. And as summer nears, the ticks are out. What you should expect this season.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Baki.
And I'm Briggs LaSavage. Tonight we're learning it was a tornado that caused serious damage in Deer River. The National Weather Service confirmed it today after surveying the damage there. Researchers say wind speeds reached up to 107 miles per hour Monday night, meaning it was an EF1 on their severity scale. The tornado was on the ground for about 2.5 miles, causing a streak of damage to homes and businesses. The NWS reports a camper in a parking lot on Highway 2 was actually tossed across the road, and several buildings, including a funeral home and the post office, also had parts of their roofs fly off. Thankfully, no one has reported any injuries. And we did mention that the post office in Deer River saw significant damage. We now know their building is closed for the time being. While mail delivery will continue as usual, customers can pick up their mail and packages at the Marcel post office, which is about a half-hour away. Anyone with mail on hold can also collect that in Marcel on Saturdays. No mail was damaged in the storm, and they do not have a timeline for reopening yet.
A break in the rain is some slightly good news for folks fighting flooding way up north. The Coochin County Sheriff reports despite rising floodwaters, they didn't have to close any more roads in the last couple of days. They also didn't have any levees break during this week's storms. To make sure everyone can be accounted for, sheriff's officials are asking anyone who's been evacuated to check in at the Bacchus Community Center. Residents are encouraged to pack a to-go kit and be ready in case conditions get worse. And as we first reported earlier this week, the Hibbing Police Department has organized a group of volunteers to head north this week. They'll be helping out at the Lake Kabetogama area as they deal with flooding. Tonight, the police chief tells us 53 community members have signed up so far. They are still accepting volunteers until 7 o'clock tonight. You can call Hibbing Police to sign up. The group is leaving the police station at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning and plans to be back no later than 5 p.m. They say there's plenty of jobs to do, so anyone with physical limitations is welcome too.
If you're planning a trip to the Boundary Waters in the near future, the Forest Service has a warning for you. They say after last weekend's storms, water levels are on the rise and they remain high in parts of both the Superior National Forest and the BWCA. That high water could create some unpredictable conditions, including fast-moving currents and rapids in certain places. They're urging people to call ahead, whether it be to an outfitter, guide, or Forest Service office. They can give you the latest conditions before you visit the area. It may be several weeks still before water levels return to normal.
Dave joins us now for a first look at the weather. Dave, we sure have been dealing with quite a lot the last couple of weeks, and especially over the last couple days.
And Briggs hit it right on the head there. For much of the flood zone, it may not fade away until mid-June, though the National Weather Service remains optimistic. So on that note, we eye up the map, and it shows that the flood warning zone from northern Lake County through most of northern Coochin County will stay in effect at least until Monday when they re-ascertain everything here. Odds are it will be expanded again and extended, but there are also signs coming in from my connections around the Ely area that say folks there and lakes and conditions there are holding their own. It's from Crane Lake through Kabetogama through Coochin County where things could get even higher as far as weather loads go, rain loads go, water totals go, till about mid-June indeed, and then hopefully things will start to ease up there. Hopefully now we're entering a very calm period. We've got high pressure in control that's going to try to keep rain at bay. There's one interloper there, a trough of lower pressure that could try to bring some showers tomorrow afternoon, but really just sprinkles rather than downpours. That should be a nice break and hopefully helps to solve the problem. Partly cloudy tonight, 30% chance for showers tomorrow. Really nothing major through the week and a nice break. Calm conditions coming. We'll talk about for how long with my 7-day forecast in just a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. It's official. Two Harbors mayor says he will not step down and will now have to fight for his seat again in an August election.
This comes after 600 community members signed a petition asking Mayor Chris Swanson to either resign or be recalled.
They had concerns about conflicts of interest, abuse of power, and unwelcome attention over Swanson's plan to build an underwater hotel funded by a recluse billionaire. CBS 3's Quinn Gorham was there today as the mayor announced his plans. Quinn, what did Mayor Swanson have to say?
Well, Kristen, this was the first time Swanson has actually addressed the recall effort publicly since it came to light earlier this year. Most of his speech was him spouting off accomplishments he's made during his 5 years in office. During his 8-minute speech, Swanson took credit for projects like the expansion of Castle Danger, changing the sales tax to raise public funding, and citywide funding for infrastructure maintenance. Swanson's opponents, however, say a lot of those things were done alongside the city council, so the mayor can't really take full credit for them. He also took a broad approach to addressing recent controversies, saying there's no evidence he ever did anything wrong. He failed to specifically address any of the claims made against him, instead repeatedly calling himself a visionary and saying the city is better off with him in office. At the end of the press conference, with his wife by his side, he optimistically pointed toward his future in office.
What we are doing in our community is finally working. We are taking on bigger projects, and we're starting to move forward. The best is yet to come. I will not resign. Thank you.
Swanson quickly left the room without taking questions from the media or from the public. And while the mayor seems to think he's done a good job in office, it's clear not everyone agrees. We spoke with the chairman of the effort to recall Mayor Swanson, and we'll hear more about his concerns coming up tonight at 6.
Quinn, what happens next?
Well, the recall election will be held August 9th. That's the same day as the midterms primaries. Voters will be asked one question. Should Mayor Chris Swanson be recalled? Yes or no. If the majority of the voters say yes, he'll leave office immediately and someone will be appointed to fill his seat. If not, he'll stay mayor.
All right, something we'll continue to follow. Thank you, Quinn.
It was a proud day for many in Madison as the governor raised a special flag over the Wisconsin Capitol this morning. It's the Progress Pride flag, which not only represents people in the LGBTQ+ community, but also those of color and people who have fought AIDS or HIV.
This inclusion matters. Representation matters. Our words matter.
This marks the first time that the Progress flag has flown over Wisconsin's capital. Evers says it was a great way to kick off Pride Month.
Still to come on Live at 5, farms across Minnesota may now be eligible for disaster relief loans after a month of severe weather. Who can apply? Coming up in City by City.
You're watching CBS 3 Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki, Briggs LaSavage, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson. On Live, local, CBS 3. Get your news on the go, the CBS 3 mobile app.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known secrets about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. Call right now for your free book. And as a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched over 1,200 annuities and summarized the rates and benefits of annuities from financially strong insurers. Again, that's Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and a free annuity rate report, both absolutely free, for calling Annuity General today. Supplies are limited. Call now.
Call 800-816-8219. That's 800-816-8219.
The world changed in an instant, but at MediaCom, we were ready. And as internet traffic increased, we never slowed down. Schools and businesses went virtual, and we powered a new reality. For more than 20 years, we've been building a future-ready network to keep you ahead of it all. And now, MediaCom will be among the first to take you to 10G. We're making the next giant leap forward in internet technology and taking you further than you can imagine.
Interstate Battery has the perfect battery to get you out on the water. Power up your summer with a battery you can depend on. Visit us today at 426 John Avenue in Superior or at your nearest Interstate Batteries dealer. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me.
Our exclusive access to the presidential platform. We will witness yet another moment in history.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News, live at 5. Here's a live look from the Duluth Harbor tonight that will soon be filled with sailboats. Races will take place every Wednesday as the weather allows, starting at 6 p.m. Dave will be in with this week's full forecast in a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region.
A planned power outage in Sawyer County tomorrow and Invasive Species Action Month in Wisconsin. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start in Minnesota tonight with potential help for those facing impacts of May's wet and windy weather. Yesterday, the Minnesota Department of Agriculture determined there is an emergency in several parts of the state because of weather. Because of that, impacted farmers can now apply for zero-interest loans as part of the Disaster Recovery Loan Program. Damages must be a result of heavy rain and wind during the month of May. Counties in our area include St. Louis, Aiken, Koochiching, Lake, and others. We'll have the full list at cbs3duluth.com. And next, we head to Sawyer County, Wisconsin, where residents may experience a power outage tomorrow. North Central Power Company is planning a system-wide outage tomorrow from 5 to 8 a.m. They'll be upgrading substations, and they plan to use diesel generators during that time. They're asking any customers to avoid any non-essential appliances to potentially help keep the lights on. All customers with North Central Power Company may be affected. And we wrap up across Wisconsin tonight, where Governor Tony Evers announced that June is Invasive Species Action Month statewide. Invasive species include plants, animals, or pathogens that are non-native to the area and whose introduction causes or is likely to cause harm. In his proclamation today, Evers acknowledged the millions of dollars both private and public spend every year trying to control invasive species. We'll have tips on how you can be mindful during your travels and prevent the spread on our website. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email, and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city.
Still to come on Live at 5, a Duluth City Councilor is still in the hospital tonight fighting a terminal illness. How you can support her and her young daughters in just a few minutes.
After several days of wild weather, calmer conditions have come across. An example today, normal high temp 68, and that's exactly what we got. Even the low temperature was within range. Temperature trends won't swing too wildly for the next several days, and precip chances may be held down to just a couple of showers, a break that we need. We'll talk about how long that break will take coming up after our break.
Hi everyone, I'm Natalie Grant. I am so excited to be waking up with you every weekday from 5 to 7 right here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3.
Now is the time to improve your home comfort system. Explore our rebate page to save money.
For your heating and cooling needs, call the people with the right solutions. Carlson Duluth Company, servicing the Twin Ports and the Iron Range communities.
It's Summer Savings Month with Bath Planet by Your Home Improvement Company. Get 10% off your entire project and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 2 full years. For showers, bathtubs, flooring, and more, call us today for an appointment tomorrow. With Bath Planet, your estimates are free and your installers are professionally trained, so your project is done right the first time. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
I can tell you since I was in kindergarten, there was something just buried deep within me that I knew I wanted to be a weatherman. You never really know what the Northland's going to offer you. Within a range of 20 miles, there can be a 20-degree temperature difference. You never know what Lake Superior is going to throw at you. Lake Superior is just a whole different beast out there. Not only am I waking up with everybody as they're waking up, but I get to do it in a really fun way, which is just awesome.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3.
If your home is too hot or too cold, Carlson Duluth Company will help improve your home's comfort with advanced technology and heating and cooling while saving money on your energy bills. Call the experts. Carlson Duluth Company, serving the Twin Ports and Iron Range communities.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me.
Our exclusive access to the presidential platform. We will witness yet another moment in history.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
Get your news on the go, the CBS 3 mobile app. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
June is here, so it's time to take a look at the stats for the month of May. As far as rain went, yeah, we got 1.5 inches, roughly more than normal. So the normal's around 3.5, we got close to 5. Temperature-wise, after being colder than normal from January through April, we ticked up to about 0.5 degree warmer than normal, not too drastic. June's forecast, one of the almanacs thinks will be 2 degrees more than normal, but they thought May was going to be 9 degrees warmer than normal, and we only turned out to be about 0.5 degree. Some sources think we'll be cooler than normal for June, so bottom line is keep an eye here on CBS 3 and we'll guide you through day by day and system by system. All right, let's take a look at current conditions. Coming in from the airport in Duluth, finally, after some rough weather, fine conditions. Partly cloudy at the airport, 65 degrees the current temp. A west wind going 18 miles per hour is the wildest thing we have right now. Relative humidity 37%. Air pressure wobbling towards the normal levels here at 29.97. Slightly towards the higher side, and that'll explain more sunshine than anything else for the next couple of days, but maybe not all sunshine. We'll talk about that after this look at our current temperatures. 70 for Big Fork, mid to upper 60s, much of the rest of inland Minnesota, including east central Minnesota. North Shore numbers, not drastically cooler, though it is 50 by the Bay in Grand Marais. In northern Wisconsin, our current numbers are running in the 60s for the most part, but not the all part. 68 runs from Superior to Solon Springs to Hayward and Cable and Trigo. But we warm up to 70 by Ashland, and then 66 is for the Upper Peninsula. Similar temperatures with us again tomorrow. 60s for most folks, and a couple of trips into the lower 70s. National picture looks like this after our big low pressure system from yesterday is gone. High pressure is settled in. That's going to try to keep this trough of lower pressure at bay for the most part, as I've been mentioning. There is a 30% chance it'll try to pay off with some showers. Could be a lot wetter if it wasn't for the high. Right now, all we're getting is a couple of clouds here in the area. A few sprinkles popping off around the Apostle Islands, not adding up to much of anything. And frankly, I don't think they're going to, because again, the high with the friend coming in behind, it's going to keep this trough of lower pressure up north. Another trough coming in over the next couple of days, maybe slated to slide in for Saturday and Sunday and bring another 30% chance for showers. But for the most part, the twin highs will keep things high and mostly dry. And after all the rain we've had lately and the flooding troubles, it's a nice break indeed. Tonight in Minnesota, low temps will be in the 40s with a partly cloudy sky. And for Wisconsin and Michigan, 40s there as well with a partly cloudy sky, which turns towards partly sunny tomorrow with a 30% chance for showers for Wisconsin and Michigan. High temps run about 66 to 71. The normal is 68. For Minnesota, also a 30% chance for showers in the afternoon, otherwise partial sunshine. Maybe only 50s by International Falls, but 60s for much of the rest of the state. And the extended forecast shows that that trend of 60s is pretty firmly with us all the rest of the week. And these slight shower chances are about the only excitement we have. One Thursday, another pair Saturday and Sunday. Maybe finally clouds overtake us more fully by next Wednesday, and we get a 50% chance for another soaking rain. But with a week's rest and respite in between, hopefully some of the troubles, especially up north, fade away before we have to think about bigger rains again.
Yeah. Hopefully May showers will bring June flowers, and we can just keep extending the old adage on month by month.
I can vote for that, Briggs, since my honeybees this year are very happy with the way things have been rolling so far.
Sure. Interesting. We'll have to ask you more about that. Thanks, Dave.
A follow-up tonight on City Councilor Renee Van Nett, who has received overwhelming support from the Duluth community after being hospitalized with a terminal illness. A GoFundMe has been set up to support Van Nett's family and help cover expenses. With more than 250 donations made within the last day, they've raised just over $29,000 so far. The fundraising goal is set at $50,000. If you would like to make a donation, we have a link on our website, cbs3duluth.com.
You can now make your next trip to the Lake Walk an educational one. Dr. Jessica Savage is a biologist and professor at UMD. She and local volunteers have been busy tracking tree life cycles, including some along the Lake Walk. Today, crews installed new signs by those trees. They identify the type of tree and include a QR code that then links to more information about the species and Savage's research.
It's great to have the community involved because we get to hear the perspective and interests and questions of everybody here.
The Lake Walk is especially important to Savage's research. She's studying how plant behavior changes based on how close it is to Lake Superior.
It's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets, and today's pet comes to us from Animal Allies here in Duluth.
This is Charlie. He is a one-year-old pup ready for his forever home. Our friends at the shelter say he is a very energetic boy, smart, and a big lover, too. He is a little selfish, though, when it comes to his people, so he would like to be the only dog in your home. And, you know, who needs more than one dog when you have a face like that guy, Charlie?
He just wants all the attention, that's all.
And, oh, he deserves it. If you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt Charlie, you can call the number on your screen.
Still to come, it's June and finally starting to feel like summer might be heading our way, but that also means the return of ticks. What experts are predicting this season next.
During Home Seasonal Concepts Memorial Day sale, get up to 30% off regular prices on the largest selection of outdoor furnishings, like this 7-piece patio dining set, just $929, and get 6-year special financing at Home Seasonal Concepts Memorial Day sale.
Hey neighbor, you switched to T-Mobile home internet yet? Trim your hedge. It's $50 a month with no price hikes. Bam! It runs on T-Mobile's wireless 5G network. So all you gotta do is plug in one cord.
T-Mobile 5G home internet. Just $50 a month. No price hikes, no hidden fees.
I did it.
Oh!
I switched to T-Mobile home internet and I am loving it.
Don't sneak up on me like that.
Why didn't you tell me to switch earlier?
Your personal information gets exposed so often, it might as well be hanging in a museum. Everyday activities like online shopping, banking, and even data breaches may expose your information and make it dangerously easy to have your identity stolen. No wonder there's a new victim every 3 seconds.
Someone stole my information and tried to buy a car in my name. Felt really devastating, frightened, because I had no control.
And the ways identity thieves can steal and use your information are constantly evolving.
Someone used my information to open up bank accounts in my name. It was terrifying, not knowing what was out there and what had been opened.
Watching your accounts or monitoring your credit may not be enough, but protecting your identity can be easy with LifeLock, a leader in identity theft protection. LifeLock monitors threats to your identity, and if an issue is detected, sends you an alert.
It was a big yes or a big no button. I clicked that's not me, and LifeLock took it from there.
If you are a victim of identity theft, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it.
If something happens, you have somebody fighting for you. I don't know what I would have done without my restoration specialist.
And you'll be covered by the LifeLock $1 Million Protection Package, including reimbursement for stolen funds, personal expenses, and coverage for lawyers and experts if needed.
With the $1 Million Protection Package, I know LifeLock has me covered.
It can be dangerously easy to steal your identity, but now it's easy to help protect yourself.
I realize identity theft can happen to anybody, so that's why I signed up for LifeLock.
Join the millions of people already protected by LifeLock, and for a limited time, save 25% with promo code 25TV. LifeLock. Identity theft protection starts here.
Call 1-800-483-5529 or go to lifelock.com/25TV and use promo code 25TV to save 25% on your first year of identity theft protection. Enroll now.
Two Harbors is officially facing a recall election. We tell you how some in the city hope it can help rebuild the city's damaged reputation coming up.
rough weather's finally passed us by. Some smooth sailing's coming to call now.
During the Memorial Day mattress sale at Home Sleep Express, when you buy a Beauty Rest Black mattress, get a free 4-burner gas grill. Plus, get free delivery, setup, and a 120-day guarantee. Beauty Rest Black and a free gas grill this Memorial Day at Home Sleep Express.
One sign of summer we're all too familiar with will have you checking your skin after a hike in the woods. June is the peak season for ticks, and several states out east are actually forecasting high populations of the insect this year.
So how prevalent will ticks be this year in Minnesota, and how are they counted? Jeff Wagner explains what to look out for and how to protect yourself.
When you've been out for a round, have you ever walked away with a tick on you?
I have in the past, yes.
When your hobby
Oh yeah, absolutely, all the time.
involves a hike through nature,
I have had a wood tick bite.
caution is key.
If I know I'm going to be probably trudging through the rough a bit for my discs, I try and wear layers.
So I think everybody should take precautions.
Especially in our state.
Yes, exactly.
Janet Jarnefeld specializes in ticks for the Metro Mosquito Control District. What is the tick forecast for Minnesota?
Minnesota is different than what you may be hearing from out in the eastern United States.
In states like New York and Michigan, experts are anticipating a jump in the tick population, but Jarnefeld says that's not the case here.
So I'm comparing what I know about the reports that I'm hearing for this year compared with the last 30 years. So it's appearing to me that the numbers are a little bit lower.
How would that number be measured?
We have trap lines that we set out across the 7-county metro, and we collect mice and other small mammals and then remove the ticks from them.
I have an aunt that has Lyme disease, and she probably got it from a deer tick because she lives up north.
Do all ticks carry Lyme disease?
All ticks do not carry Lyme disease.
Wood ticks are the most prevalent in Minnesota and don't carry Lyme disease. The deer tick, which is smaller, does.
I work in the medical field, so I am very aware of Lyme's disease and how serious that can be.
The easiest way to avoid ticks when on a hike is to stay on the path. But if you want to go for a true hike, even through a grassy area, you want to dress properly. That includes pants and high socks. And if you do want to use insect repellent, make sure it has permethrin.
Spray that product on your clothing and let it dry. You can also buy clothing, I believe, that has permethrin in it.
Jeff Wagner.
You don't want to look down and feel it and be like, what is that?
If you've been out hiking, experts say to check your legs, your groin area, as well as your hair for ticks. If one does bite you, tweezers are the best way to safely remove them.
Coming up on this busy news day, breaking the military's glass ceiling. Meet the first woman and mother to lead a branch of the U.S. Armed Forces. That and more headlines right here on the CBS Evening News.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. When joint pain or injury becomes too much to bear, turn to Essentia Health's expert team to keep you moving forward.
Here at Nicolay Law, we've been really fortunate to have people that have worked here for over a decade, to have people that are friends, to people that are family members, and that transfers over to a unique law firm, a law firm that wins for our clients because of that unique relationship, that connection, that dedication, that watching each other's back, and that everyone here wants to help each other, and more importantly, wants to help each other's clients.
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolay.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We're normal people just like you.
And together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, Ace Hardware has everything you need to prepare for the changing seasons. Grilling season never ends here at Ace. We have a variety of high-quality grills and smokers, like Traeger and the Big Green Egg. For household projects, you'll always find a wide selection of paint, tools, and everything else you need to get the job done. Locally owned Miners Ace Hardware, located in Superior, off the Bong Bridge, next to Super One Foods.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me.
Our exclusive access to the presidential platform. We will witness yet another moment in history.
The CBS Evening News with Norah O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
Hi, everyone. I'm Natalie Grant. I am so excited to be waking up with you every weekday from 5 to 7 right here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Wednesday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6.
Today, the National Weather Service confirmed that an EF1 tornado touched down for about 2 miles in Deer River, Minnesota. That's just west of Grand Rapids. No injuries have been reported yet, but the post office announced they will be closed due to sustained damages. Deliveries will not be impacted, and mail pickups can be made in Marcel.
And tonight at 6, summer is almost here, and with it comes sunshine and bugs. Mosquitoes are already out in some places across the region. Tonight we'll hear from a local expert on how this season's flooding is going to impact the amount of those pesky insects.
That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next.
We'll see you back here at 6.